Welcome back to my three-part video series on boosting your business and personal results using the law of attraction. This is video number 2 of my three-part series, which talks about why aren't my goals working? 5 common mistakes people make when setting goals. I'm Stephanie Kakris and I'm from highperformancecoach.com.au. I am really passionate about helping people to reach their full potential. I've spent the last 2 years studying the law of attraction. I'm really interested in putting out the correct energy and how it actually attracts the right circumstances in which to achieve their goals. And what I've found is that a lot of people aren't aware of how to set their goals using the law of attraction principles. And so I created this 3-part video series to give you a really nice overview about how to do that. I also run regular vision boarding workshops and really enjoy seeing people open their mind to the possibilities to their future and where they can get to in their lives, and ultimately to help make a bigger difference. So most of us in our heart have a really strong desire to make a difference in the world, and this is one way that you can do it. So in video 1, in case you missed it, 5 reasons why clear goals is critical to boosting your results in business and personal life is what we discussed. So here's a quick review. The first really critical thing about setting goals is having a destination. The second is that it helps us with focus and persistence, and I've certainly found that since writing my higher vision and mission for Masters of Manifesting, which is this area of my business where I'm teaching people to set goals using law of attraction and live their dream life. The third was to see opportunities that might arise around you. The fourth is for our own personal growth. The bigger goals that we set, the more we grow. And number 5 is to send the right message to the universe about what we want so that they can deliver and attract those circumstances that we want in our lives. So welcome to video 2, which is why aren't my goals working? And it's a very common question that I get asked is I've written down goals and I've been working really hard at them and they're just not happening. So what I've noticed are that there are common mistakes that people make when setting their goals. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 most common ones so that you can change the way you set goals and ultimately be more successful. So for many years, I myself was reluctant to set goals. But I knew about the power of goal setting because of the athletes that I'd worked with and how it really boosted their results when they set really clear, concise goals. So I started setting my goals for myself because I knew about the power of it, and I'd also done a lot of personal development work, so I got over the issues that I had about asking for what I want and being scared of being disappointed if it doesn't happen. And I also worked with my clients to help them set goals. And some of my clients were achieving results and some of my goals were achieving results and some were not. So I did some more reading and research, and here are the 5 common mistakes that I was finding. Since I've changed the way I've been doing this process, both with myself and with my clients, our results have improved dramatically, and I wish the same for you. So let's get started. The most common mistake, number 1, is being too vague about what you want, and I see this all the time, even with other life coaches that I coach, who really should understand the principles of goal setting, are often really too vague about what you want. So for example, I might say to them, well, what are your goals and aspirations for next year or for the next 12 months? And their goal might be to make more money, or it might be for someone who's working to get a better job, or to lose weight, or to be fitter. And I'm sure that a lot of us can relate to some of those goals. Those goals are fantastic and it's great that you know what you want, but they're just too vague. So rather than make more money, it's like, well, exactly how much would you like to be earning, say 12 months from now? I would like to be earning $10,000 a month 12 months from now. In terms of lose weight. So what does that mean about losing weight? What does that look like for you? Okay, so I'd like to be a fit and healthy 65 kilos, but just getting really clear about what the actual result is that you want in terms of being fitter. So what does that mean, being fitter? Does that mean having more energy? Does that mean being able to run a marathon? Does it mean being able to run a kilometre? Does it mean, just regular exercising for more than half an hour, 5 days a week, or at least 5 days a week? So yeah, just getting really, really clear in your mind about what it is that you want. If you're in business, if you're a coach or a consultant or a light worker, how many people would you like to attract to your workshops? How many people would you like to make a difference to the world? If you're writing a book, when would you like your book to be finished? How would you like it to be published? How many copies would you like to be sold? So get really specific about what you want rather than just being having a vague successful sort of notion. So Brian Tracy's quote is that the establishment of a clear central purpose or goal in life is the starting point of all success, which I wholeheartedly agree with. So moving along to common mistake number 2. And I see this again all the time, setting goals for others or how you should be goals. So what this means is that we often find ourselves setting goals that we think will make us look good, or often we're living through our eyes of our parents or a significant other, a partner or something like that, and what it is that they want for us. So commonly, parents will want their children to study hard at school, to go to university or to do an apprenticeship, or to do a TAFE course or something and get skilled up, and then have a career and have a steady job with a regular income and maybe a high-paying job. And I've seen people who have gone into medicine because both their parents were doctors. I've worked with someone who did law, and she was just really unfulfilled in her work. And when she looked back, she realised that actually she was living her life through the expectations of others and society and the culture. And it can be really uninspiring. And often people get to their mid-30s or sometimes mid-40s and they call it a midlife crisis, but the truth is that they've been living a life that's expected of them rather than what it is in their own heart that they want. There's a quote from Jim Rohn which says, "There's no telling what you can do when you get inspired by your goals." And when your goals come from your heart and when you can feel the energy when you read out the goal out loud, or your mission or your vision or whatever it is, then you know that you're onto the right thing. A common mistake number 3 is not having a big enough why. So what does that mean? That means it's really, really important that we have the core reason behind why we want to set a specific goal. So, and that why needs to be heartfelt. So for example, a lot of people want to get fitter, or they want to lose weight and they want to be healthier. But why do we want to get fitter? Why do we want to lose weight? Why do we want to be healthier? And that goal, the bigger the why, then the more we'll succeed. So Dr. John Demartini, who's one of my favourite personal development experts, human behaviour experts, he talks about as big as the why is as big as we'll achieve. So in particular when it comes to wealth creation, if we have goals and a vision that goes as big as our family, then we will earn enough money for our family. If we have that our family needs for everything that we need. If we have a goal that's as big as changing something in our community, then we'll make enough money to change something in our community. If we have a goal that's as big as our country, then we'll make enough money and we'll expand our success so that it changes in our country. If we have a global vision, then we'll make even more money and we'll expand ourselves to changing things all around the world. And so the bigger the why, as long as it's not too overwhelming, as long as it comes from your heart and you can be open to all possibilities, then I really encourage you to have a big why. So getting back to the personal goals of, say, losing weight, being more healthy, being more fit, So for me, my big why is so that I've got enough energy to run my business and to play with my kids. I've got 2 children, a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, who are just beautiful and I adore, and I want to have enough energy to be able to play with them, and I also want to live a long life so that I can continue working and making a difference to the world, and also being there for my family, my husband, my kids. So that's just an example of having a big enough why. And we've seen people who will quit smoking overnight when they've been, when they've had a heart attack, or they've changed their lifestyle in a very short way if their life has been threatened. And it's because the why has become big enough, and it's become a real priority for them. So when you're considering what it is that you want to do, then look at the big picture. What is this going to give me? What is it? Why is it that I want that? And there's a quote which is by Les Brown, which says, "Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you land among the stars." So I really want you to dream big. Common mistake number 4, limiting your beliefs about your future based on what you have achieved in the past. And this is really, really easy to do, is that it's human nature. We've achieved a certain success in our life, we've got certain habits that are formed, and we assume that we're not going to change. We assume that our circumstances aren't going to change, and we assume that our results that we've been getting are going to continue. And I just want to suggest that when the law of attraction is concerned, if we talk about in terms of the quantum field, which is about everything that happens around us and basically everything that makes up the universe, what is ahead of us has limitless possibilities. And Deepak Chopra talks about the law of pure potentiality, which basically means that no matter what has happened in your past, no matter what your life path has been, no matter how awful experiences you've had, no matter how much limited success you've had or failures or whatever, that from here, looking towards the future, there's unlimited possibilities for you. So your life could take any direction that you choose. Neil A. Maxwell says, "Do not let the future be held hostage by the past." And when I run my vision boarding groups, people say to me, "Oh, I've never had any success with such and such before." I had one gentleman who was working in a business analyst position, and his real love was writing poetry and writing lyrics for songs for artists. And none of his lyrics had ever been taken up before by an artist, and he's never been paid for his lyrics before, but he's passionate about it and he loved it. And I said to him, just because your lyrics haven't been next week or next month, we never know actually when it's going to happen, but if we keep our minds open to the possibilities, then we'll always be open to it happening at any point. Common mistake number 5, failure to take consistent, appropriate action. And here's Dr. John Demartini, and I love this quote, and it says, "What you move towards moves towards you." Some people think with the law of attraction that, and it was a little bit misleading in the popular movie and book called The Secret, that you just put the idea out there, put the energy out there, think about something often enough, and that it will just land in your lap without you actually needing to do anything else. And that's not actually the case. The universe needs to see that you're committed to your goal and that you're working towards it, and it will assist you by moving what it is towards you. So it becomes a multiplying effect. So if you're wanting to win, if you're wanting to earn $1 million in the next 12 months, then it's highly unlikely that if you sit around at home and watch movies all day and go surfing and all that kind of thing, that $1 million is going to magically land in your bank account. Now, it's possible, but it's highly unlikely. So what you need to do from that point on is open your mind to opportunities that might be out there. And some people might say, well, you know what, I would not even know where to start taking action towards $1 million. But part of the action taking, especially at the beginning when something seems so far-fetched, is to look out for opportunities and to be open to opportunities. And you'll find that someone will be talking about something, about how they've made some good money or how they heard about someone who's made some good money, and then it's be up to you to take action to go and explore those opportunities. Whether you take action on them or not, whether that's a good decision or not, that's for you to decide, but it's about exploring the opportunities and being open to them. So I hope you enjoyed those 5 points about common mistakes about making goals, setting goals using the law of attraction principles. In my next law of attraction video, I'll be covering my 5 top power booster secrets to using the law of attraction to get better results in your business and personal life. To be notified of when my next video is being released, I'd love you to join my mailing list at highperformancecoach.com.au. And when you join my mailing list, you'll also receive a 1-hour audio interview that I did on Real Coaching Radio TV program, which is called Your Money and Your Mindset, which is all about setting goals using the law of attraction principles. And lots of examples and different content than what I'm covering in these videos. So for now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 mistakes resonated most with you today? What will you do differently with your goal setting from now on? Please post your comments or questions below, and I'll see you for our 3rd video next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.